right at you. If he goes down, he has a history of getting back up. He also has a history of getting cut. His face is already puffy to the left side, and I'll tell you, Casamayor is getting through with uppercuts.
You can see why this stylistically plays into Casamayor's hands. He just loves a straight-ahead guy as he lands a big left hand. A good, tough guy coming straight at you is just an ideal matchup if you have the hand and foot speed as he does to offset the style.
Well, you mentioned that big left, and that is his power shot because he's a southpaw. So let's watch them here with the last minute to go in round number 1 of this fight. So far, Casamayor has had things his way as Clancy separates the two fighters. Watch Casamayor come forward, parring with the jab is Arias, and then he goes to the body and spun away by Casamayor. Casamayor has him lined up right in front of him. Watch the wild right hand sail over the head of Casamayor. Yoel has him tied up now with his back towards the ropes, and then he unleashes a flurry. Nothing real effective there.
Even though Arias missed with the right hand, that was the idea. The lead right hand against the lefty. But Casamayor was too quick, so he was able to get out of the way. But Arias had the right idea.
It's absolutely, they always say if you're going to be the southpaw, throw that right hand straight down the middle. It's also true, conversely speaking, for the southpaw to throw that straight left hand down the middle, and they never talk about that, Dave.
No, because the right-hander is always adjusting, not the lefty.
That's right. Closing seconds of round number 1. All right, a pretty good, I won't call it a feeling out round because Casamayor and Arias both teed off on a couple of occasions.
Might have been a slower round for Casamayor by his standards, but good.
This is the corner now with Joe Goose and his trainer.
Okay, pero no concentración en su cara. Okay, pica abajo primero. Okay, y después su cara. Okay, relax. We got a bucket right here. Let's put it right under here.
Louis de Cuba with him as well.
Open. Okay.
Also in that corner is Leo.
What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to stand straight in front of him. Now, what we talked about? We talked about if you're on the way in, keep your head low, so that straight right hand to get inside, and then I need those hooks to the body, okay? You're standing right in front of him. You need you to step over on that angle and dig to that body, and we'll slow him down a little bit. Okay?
Come on.
Let's go, Blue. Let's go, Joe. Let's go, Blue corner. Seconds down. Let's go.
And Bill Clancy yelling across the Arias going, hey, get out of here. Seconds out. Here we go, round number 2. Bob Sheridan, Dave Bontempo. You're watching this action-packed fight from Memphis, Tennessee. The Pyramid, Yoel Casamayor and Juan Arias. Casamayor in the blue trunks with the black trim, and Arias with the black and the gold trim.
They gave Arias a good piece of advice. Let's see if he uses it. They told him to come in and cover up the head as he tried to work his way inside, so he wouldn't have to pay that cover charge to get in. Even though he just got nailed, it's a good idea to try to get in there without paying a big price.
Well, he's paying the price now because his hands dropped down, and right away you see how fast the hands are of Casamayor. About 7 or 8 punches there, all ticketed to the head, and about, well, I'd say about 80% of them landed. As you can see the puffiness and the redness around the eyes now of Arias. An uppercut inside as they're tied up.
It dramatizes the point more. If you gamble and try to get inside and you don't cover up the head and you have to pay, look what happens. You get nailed time and again by Casamayor. So the form going inside is just as important as anything else.
And his Arias trying one of those looping left hands. As he cut around that left eye, the heads came together. And he's pawing at that eye, and we'll have to see. He has a tendency, as I mentioned in the last round. This is just round number 2, so you hope that he's not cut. But usually when they paw like that, at least we know that the heads did come together. And look at this. Arias comes right back throwing shots. The uppercut inside by Casamayor. This is a tough, hard fight.
Sometimes a guy gets cut and just comes out and throws caution to the wind. There's a reaction after you've had the opportunity to see blood.
Well, look at this. It's Arias that's pressuring Casamayor right now with about the halfway mark of this second round. And now, let's see what happened here. Bill Clancy orders him to the corner.
Accidental headbutt. It was an accidental headbutt that caused
He's causing the accidental headbutt as what's happened here. And the important thing there is, and a distinction has been made. If this fight is stopped within the end of 3 rounds in Tennessee, and that's the reason, then you'd have a technical draw. After that, you would go to the scorecards.
Okay, so it has to go 3 full here instead of the normal 4 full that we're used to. Here we go. This is round number 2 continuing here. Casamayor feeling the pressure of Arias. He plants his feet. Again, Arias comes in and bangs that body downstairs, and that's what he wants to do, to get those fast hands down of Joel Casamayor. He comes in again, tries to bang the body of Casamayor, but he's very slick on his feet as well as fast with his hands.
And you have to like the fact the referee stopped the action and made it very clear what was happening. So now both corners and both fighters know the score regarding the cut. There's no mystery.
Well, Bill Clancy is a veteran referee. He's doing his first world title fight tonight in one of the fights that are coming up. And he's from North Carolina. I've watched him work, and he's a fine, fine referee. As a matter of fact, he's doing the Pacquiao Alicia Julio fight after this one. So that's his first world title fight, and he's thrilled about being here. Coming up to the closing seconds now, the second round of this scheduled 10-round affair. Casamayor having a pretty good round, but Arias, I thought, had a better round. The bell ends round number 2, and a very close fight.
Interesting to see what adjustments we get now.
Well, I'd like to see if we can see how bad the cut is. It's really difficult to see. We're seeing what you folks are seeing around the world. As you see, put the end swell on Arias.
Your head under him. He's going to do this.
But the cut must be to the far side. They don't seem to be working on the cut at all, Dave.
Well, that swelling is bothering them more. Well, around the headbutts and everything, you still have the good hand speed in that round by Joel Casamayor, able to move laterally and then find a way. Good change from defense to offense, and he lands that left hand in there real nicely. And even there, you see the swelling underneath the eye of Arias.
Seconds down.
Well, that was the best punch of the fight so far in a close round where presumably Arias has been cut. It's more than swelling, although I didn't see them work on any cut in between rounds. They were working on the swelling. This is round 3 from the Pyramid, Memphis, Tennessee. Looping right hand gets through that time, and a looping left by Casamayor. A slow, kind of glancing left hand off the nose, the right hand right in the face of Arias. Arias bounces around, circles to his right, plants his feet, but it's Casamayor who gets off first. Arias walks into 4 or 5 shots. The uppercut catches him in between. Arias goes with a light left hand, and right through it comes Casamayor with a straight right and then a left hand behind it.
Arias is getting into deeper and deeper water here as Casamayor finds his range, steps up the pace, and becomes even more accurate.
Well, Casamayor hangs that right hand low. He's looking to throw the left hand. When he does that, oftentimes he tries to take the eye away as he hangs the left hand low, and then he comes fast with the left hand. You got to be quick to get away with that, and he is. Just trying to sucker Arias into him in the 3rd round here with about 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. Up on his toes again is Casamayor, right in the face of Arias, and he's controlling the tempo of this 3rd round of the fight, where Arias was much more aggressive in the last round. But you mentioned it, Dave, that some of these punches are beginning to take a toll, and there's a crushing uppercut and another one to the body.
And Casamayor is changing the round with his movement too, Colonel, because Arias was able to come right at him and land that right hand lead and get himself very much in the thick of things. Casamayor feeling his rhythm now, moving more, and all of a sudden those angles are different for Arias. He has to reload, and Casamayor isn't there.
The problem is, you mentioned the angles, is he's really not getting the angles. As he gets hit more and gets a little bit fatigued, both mentally and physically, he's fighting more right in front of Casamayor, and that's tailor-made.